everybody. Well, it looks like my live videos are going to be a take two process. I actually started this a few minutes ago, right on time at 1 o'clock, and I got about 8-9 minutes into it and I lost internet connection. So if you were with me before, welcome back. If not, welcome. My name is Christie and I'm the president and founder of the Dynamic Professional Women's Network, 4-time best-selling author on Amazon, as well as the creator and founder of the Overcoming Mediocrity series of books. And it actually looks like everything is flipped backwards. It's because I forgot to, maybe not. Yeah, I forgot to go ahead and change that setting. That's okay. I don't have a lot of things to show you because I am actually sitting in my creative space. Because what we're focusing on in this training is to help women, entrepreneurs, be able to make a shift in their business so they're not chasing clients, they're actually attracting them. And we've done a really great job of doing that as female entrepreneurs by sharing our stories in an anthology book. And as I mentioned yesterday, I got on this journey because I was asked to do a project like this, and it was so successful that I created a similar project called Overcoming Mediocrity, and they're stories from women who have done amazing things in their lives, and they wanted to be vulnerable enough and share their journey so they can help other people. It's also positioned them as an expert in their business and got them a lot of exposure and credibility, and we went over various reasons why we want to share our stories yesterday. And if you go to my website at workwithchristie.com, you can go to the blog section and see that video as well as the future videos that I'm going to be doing in this training. So yesterday we did the why, and today we're going to start with actual implementation tools. As I mentioned, we need to know the why first so we stay motivated. And now I'm going to empower you and equip you to, oh, that was a little high and screechy, sorry about that. I'm going to equip you so you learn how to share your story and where to share it, that you're going to get the best results. So I'm going to stop a moment to say hi. See, Michael Porter's on here. I know Susan Sparks was on earlier before I lost her. I just saw Elaine come on here and Norma. So hi everybody. Please like this video and share it with all of your friends if you find any value in it. The more people that I reach, the more people I can help, and that is what my goal is. So the series is about helping women share their stories in a way that's going to get them great results. And today is my first training. It's the first P of how to craft and leverage a killer personal power story. And in this training, the first P is actually Purge. And I am sitting here today in this space for a particular reason, because I know sometimes as women, not necessarily business owners or entrepreneurs, but as women, we tend to get super crazy busy. There are just sometimes not enough hours of the day, and we don't necessarily give ourselves quiet time. And this is my quiet space. It's in my room where I can kind of seclude myself away from the craziness in my house. You can see my dogs kind of hanging out here, getting a little bit of the sun. It's just a place for me to get away from my office, which is sits so far away. It's, I don't know, maybe 12 steps downstairs. So this is a way for me to get away from my office and tap into my creativeness. And we need to do that for this first step, which is Purge. And hey David, and hey Mary, glad you're joining me. Please make sure you like and share this video as we go through the first step of this process of mine, which is Purge. And what I use for this is a handy little journal. This is where I write down all of my ideas, my stories, my speech content that I see other people using that I think is great. It's got jokes in it. It's kind of like my idea book. And when I started figuring out what my story would be for business, I kind of got a little bit confused, and I wasn't sure what was the most relative story. And I find this with the women that have shared their stories in our Overcoming Mediocrity books is sometimes they tend to go through the timeline of their life, and they start going through a section of their life and just share it in a timeline type of a process. And that's not always the most it's not the most effective way. What we want to do is take the part of our life that's going to help us accomplish our goal and share it in a way that's going to really captivate our audience and allow us to get to the result that we need. And we're going to go through all of those steps in the next few days, but today we really need to focus on purging. We need to get out our timeline. We need to get that out of our head, our history. We need to get it on the pages of our creative journal. And what I've done with this journal is I've actually flipped it over to the back, and I sat down in a couple time frames, and I just started writing out my history as far as the things I can remember in my life that I thought were valuable. I wrote down great moments. I wrote down challenging moments. I just wrote down all the highlights and lowlights of my life in this journal. Now, I didn't do a lot of detailed writing. I just kind of did snippets, ideas, short sentences, short phrases, sometimes even words that allowed me to get those thoughts out of my head and onto paper. And so I went as far back as I could remember and up into the moment that I started this journal. And that is the back of the book. And of course, it's written backwards, so when you flip it around, it's all on the back sides of the pages, but it allowed me to go through my whole timeline in the journal. And then I flipped it back to the front, and then from that moment, I started jotting down everything going forward. And at this point, when I first started the book, the beginning of the book was really small, but now the beginning of my book is pretty thick because I've been doing this for quite a long time. And then I've taken a separate piece of paper and use a color so I can find it easily. But this is my index, and it's also my bookmark that will allow me to easily flip to the section that I need to continue in. And this index is kind of where I've noted or jotted down certain highlights of my story book that I thought were super valuable. So if there was something specific that happened and I thought, wow, this could be good for something, I'll put it on the index, so if I ever need to go back to it, I don't have to look through the book forever. I will just, I've numbered the pages and I just go back and find that particular page. So this is kind of like the highlight of my highlights of my life on this index page. And so that's what we want to do first, is we want to get all of our stories out of our head. We want to get them into our journal. We want to purge them. So then that way we can take the next step and figure out what the best step is or what the best story is for us to share for our clients and our future clients in our marketing efforts, so we attract them to us, the ideal clients. And our stories are something that can be used for that. Now, I will tell you, this is our book, Overcoming Mediocrity. We just produced our 5th book, and it made it to #1 in 2 categories on Amazon just last week, or maybe it was almost 2 weeks ago now. And so that's been super exciting. And if you want to learn about how you can share your story, you can go to my website, which is ChristieRuffino.com, or you can find it more easily at workwithchristie.com, and that's a C-H-I-E, Christie. You can go there and go to the very bottom of the page, and next to my little face and contact information, hopefully you'll connect with me on social media, but underneath that all is a little telephone icon. You can click on that icon and it'll bring you to my calendar, and you can book a short 20-minute call with me so we can talk about your story. And as I mentioned in all of my promotion of this video series, is that I have $100 referrals, and I share these referrals to people that refer authors to me. So you may not feel that this is a good fit for you. Maybe you're not a woman, or maybe you are not a woman that wants to share their story or feel that that would help you in your marketing efforts for your business. But either way, you can use a $100 bill as a discount to share your story, or you can refer somebody to me and then I will send you a $100 check if they become an author, or you can do both. I have given, gosh, probably, I think at this point, almost $3,000 away in $100 referrals, because we have gotten most of our amazing women through a referral. That is, to me, the most valuable way to find amazing people to do business with. So that is what I built my business around, the Dynamic Professional Women's Network, and that is what has served us the best in this project. So today I am going to go ahead and wrap up and invite you to stay tuned tomorrow again at 1 o'clock Central Time for my next step of training, which today we did Purge, yesterday we did our big why, and tomorrow will be purpose. And that will help us really take everything in this creative journal and figure out what is the right story for us to use in our business right now. What is the best story for us to leverage that's going to get us the best results? And we'll talk about all of that tomorrow. So all of the videos are on my website at ChristieRuffino.com or workwithchristie.com. And the ones that I've done, it's give me a day, but I'm housing them all in there in the blog or vlog section that you can watch at your convenience. But again, please share this video if you thought it was entertaining or informative, and I will see you again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any feedback, please go ahead and also send it to me, because we're all about growing and encouraging others. So good or bad feedback, put that in the comments below. And I would love to also schedule time to talk with you about your story, so you could be in the next book, which I am already interviewing authors for. And that next book, which is volume 6, is going to be out in January or February of 2018. So what better way to start the new year than to start it off strong as a Amazon best-selling author. So signing off from me and my dog Missy. Hopefully you have a great day, and it was awesome spending time with you. Thanks.